I'd like to say a few words to police officers and some also to the military. I'll call you the men in blue and khaki too. Whether you're conservative, liberal, or independent, you need to be aware that there are conservative governors who typically represent the interest of the 1%, presiding in 20 or more states, many with conservative legislatures, where numerous efforts are being made or have already been successful to reduce the number of workers on the public payroll. This includes you. They're trying to, or succeeding in, dismantling and or taking away the collective bargaining rights of your employee unions or other organizations that have been set up to protect you as employees of the state or local government. Conservatives are typically anti-government, and when it is efficient, effective government with organized or union employees that are doing a good job, those employees then are a threat to the conservative claim that government doesn't work and that unions are bad. Any threat to those claims is at risk of being neutralized or eliminated by forcing layoffs when funding is taken away. This means you, if you're a nurse, a teacher, a firefighter, or a police officer. Look what happened in Wisconsin and what was attempted in Ohio, two very publicized examples. These conservatives in government represent the interest of the 1% and will do everything possible to take away the collective bargaining rights of organizations set up to protect government employees. Then your job is at risk. In these same 20-plus states, several 100,000 public employees have already lost their jobs. This serves the dual purpose of reducing costs and keeping the unemployment number high enough to prevent President Obama from being reelected, without any thought of the cost in human suffering from jobs and income that are lost as a result of these actions. The people who have a great deal to gain if a conservative is elected president in 2012 are the 1%, who own or control most of the wealth in our country, and they're paying to lobby and influence the politicians who are taking away public jobs, your jobs, in every state where they have the power to do so. They are also the same people who are lobbying and otherwise influencing the mayors and other politicians who are ordering you to break up the Occupy protests around the country. Because those protests are a threat also. They're a threat to the current power structure of the 1%, who are therefore making sure that you, a police officer, are out there breaking up these protesters who are trying to right a number of wrongs and at the same time protect the unions, including yours. Those in the 1% are using you to make sure that the protesters are unsuccessful in bringing about needed change, and a part of that change will benefit you. Then, when the protesters are gone and there's no one left to take your side, they'll be free to complete the work that they started in Wisconsin and Ohio to take away your collective bargaining rights and then your jobs. Are you getting the picture? Think about that the next time you get orders to break up a protest, or when you see one of your number indiscriminately pepper spraying or beating someone who's just standing or sitting peacefully, quietly carrying out his or her constitutional right to peaceful protest. Whether peaceful protesters are from the Occupy movement or another cause, you need to be thinking about these things regarding your fellow American citizens. The 1% will continue to squeeze more and more profits and bonuses from the system, and as a result, more and more of the people will respond by going into the streets. I'm talking about over a period of time. They are protesting unjust laws and practices that have cost them their jobs and homes with no accountability. You may be told to corral them, disperse them, pepper spray them, or otherwise get tough with them. I'm now talking also to those in the military, because as the protests continue to grow, the military may eventually be called in to help quell things. Whether you are in the police or the military, do you, collectively, have the courage to disobey an unjust order in the same way that these peaceful protesting Americans are disobeying unjust laws? They have the courage to disobey these unjust laws. Or are you willing to march with clubs, tear gas, and pepper spray against your fellow Americans who are simply exercising their constitutional rights to peacefully protest against that which is unjust. Some of them could be your friends, your neighbors, or even someone in your own family. Find courage within yourself. Talk to your fellow officers. Do what you know is right. Consider carefully whether you want to continue to follow unjust orders to enforce unjust laws. May God bless you and all the people of this great country. If you'd like to learn a little more information and some other thoughts, here's a place you can search for on YouTube. Do a search for this argument on YouTube and you'll get more information. Thank you very much.